The following segment is sponsored by the Upstate Center for Addiction Treatment.
There's no question the dynamic in many of our households is much different than it used to be. Couples who used to spend the vast majority of the day apart in separate workplaces are now at home together all day, every day. Dr. Ish Major is with us today. Welcome. Viewers might recognize you because you're a well-known psychiatrist, author, dating expert, and TV host, but today we draw on the relationship expertise. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Margaret. How are you doing today?
Great. Good to see you. Talk to us about the challenges that we face as couples in quarantine. What's happening?
It's a lot, right? Because you think about the shift. Normally, you will spend 4, maybe 5 waking hours with your partner or significant other. Now it's 12 to 16. That's tripled. That's a lot of time together, entertaining each other, making each other happy, being there for each other. And so the pressure is really crippling a lot of couples.
Yeah, and we talked about this the other day, but how our relationship survived during quarantine really depends on what kind of relationship you had before the stay-at-home orders, right? So for couples who already may be in a rocky place, you said focusing on the friendship is the important thing to do. Why is that?
Right. So if you're a couple who's already in trouble and you think you're going to tiptoe through this quarantine, you got it all backwards. You have got to address the elephant in the room. Most couples don't get into trouble because they don't resolve issues well. Most couples get into trouble because they never acknowledge the issue in the first place. So you got to say, honey, this is where we are. I know we're not having a good relationship time right now. I know I've done some things that may be contributing to that. I know I am not doing my end, but I am your friend and I want to see you happy. And I hope that at the end of this, we're not standing in the way of each other's happiness, whether that's standing together or apart. And then from there, you clear the way to have a friendly conversation. You focus on the friendship and being empathic, and it takes the pressure off the relationship.
Right. Friends have empathy for each other, and that's what's really important right now. So now let's talk about the couples who've had a good history of getting along. Even the best couples feel like spending all day, every day is a bit much. So what goes on in that household?
Yeah, so now for the couples who already have it good, right, and you get along and your friends, now you just got to rev it up, right? It's like revving the engine on your favorite sports car. I call it RPM. The thing that's got everybody so cuckoo right now is because our routines are broken, right? Going to work at the same time, eating at the same place for lunch, going home, that routine is totally gone. So now you've got to get a new routine at home, right? Get up at the same time. If you're working from home, do that block first and then block off some family time. And then you're going to block off some couples time because that will send the subconscious message that, hey, I did the same thing today that I did yesterday and I'm going to do it again tomorrow. So we're going to be okay. So that's the first R. That's the R, right? That's the routine.
All right.
The P is the playtime. If you've got children or you know how to send them on a play date, I'm going to send you as a couple on your own play date, right? 8 o'clock, you're going to schedule it. 8 o'clock on a Wednesday night, here's what we're going to do. We're going to send the kids to their bedroom with their iPods. They're going to be fine, right?
Yeah.
The iPads are going to keep them occupied for the next hour. And we're going to sit down at the table and we're going to have a date. I'm going to change my t-shirt and I'm going to take off these sweats. I'm going to put on some clean clothes and we're going to pretend like we're out on a date. And then after that, we're going to go to the living room. We're going to push the coffee table aside and we're going to go dancing. And it's silly and it's cuckoo, but it sends the message to your partner that, hey, I am willing to do whatever it takes to keep this connection going.
And everybody can use some goofy fun right now anyway. You said, it may seem like a silly thing to do, but it does send a powerful message. So R for routine, P for playtime, and M is for me time. Some people, maybe they're afraid to ask for alone time, but that's important, right?
Absolutely. The thing that gets couples into trouble, especially now, is that you feel like you have to be on for each other the whole time. And you feel like if I need that 30 minutes to an hour by myself, then I'm sending the message that something's not okay. You've got to be bold about asking for that me time. And the same way you schedule your play date, schedule that me time. Hey, honey, 8:30, we do it 8:30. I go to this room and you go to that room. And we're going to do whatever we want for the next hour. And when we come back out, you may or you may not tell me about it. And it's okay, right? Think of those guilty pleasures we get in during the day at work, right? Whether it's scrolling on our favorite social media platform, reading something juicy, something totally gossip, whatever your thing is, dive into that for at least 30 minutes to an hour a day. And don't feel guilty about it at all.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with separating, taking a little me time. And then if anything, you've got a little bit more to contribute when you haven't been, in each other's business all day.
Absolutely. And that keeps you interesting to your partner because you have some things about you that they're not 100% sure about. And so that all works.
Keep that mystery alive. All right, so those are really great tips for couples to survive quarantine. But unfortunately, now is the time we're seeing more divorces. We're seeing spikes in domestic violence, even drug use. Through your work at the Upstate Center for Addiction Treatment, what are you seeing?
Yeah, so we're definitely seeing an uptake. It's really been amazing, the amount of new clients who are coming in as this corona crisis has hit, because people are not sure how they're going to be okay. And so they're looking to those things that they traditionally look to be okay, whether it's your chemical coping skills, whether it's that relationship you thought you had there, but now as you're spending all this time together, it's really not. And so we're seeing a ton of that. And that emotional uncertainty, that emotional pain also translates to physical pain. And that's another thing we do at the Upstate Center, is we treat pain on two different levels. We treat the pain that you feel, and we treat it on a cellular level to help reknit those nerves at the source of it. So we're seeing a big uptake, which is difficult to manage, but we are still seeing folks. It's an essential business for sure, because people have got to stay on track.
And you've always got a message of hope. You know, if there's anything you want to say about the Upstate Center for Addiction Treatment, or what would you want to say to somebody who's watching that says, you know, this is getting a little bit hard for me right now?
Yeah, so it's one of those things, right? The thing that's got us all freaked out is we lost control, right? We can't control corona. I can't control who I'm going to see, who's wearing a mask, who's infected, who's not. And so control what you can, and you got to trust in the rest. Think about the last time when your life got turned upside down. You had no idea how you're going to make it out, and it turned out okay, right? And this is going to be one of those times. It's going to be okay. Control what you can, trust in the rest, take away all the expectation off the table, and just look to appreciate what you have right in front of you, whether it's your family, your partner, your significant other, your current state of health today, and stay right there and just trust it. It's going to be all right. It's going to be okay.
Dr. Ish, I feel better just talking to you. Is there anything else that's on your mind, or you think people would want to think about today?
I think for sure, if you feel like you're struggling at home and you feel like you're kind of on the edge when it comes to your substance use, and obviously we treat opiate addiction with Suboxone. If that's the thing, give us a call. Give Amy or Abby a call for sure. We can get you plugged in. We can get you through the rest of this virus crisis and get you on your way to keep everything else in line as much as possible. That's one of those things that doesn't have to get out of whack and doesn't have to get online. We can definitely help you with that.
All right, great. We'll put that information on the screen to the Upstate Center for Addiction Treatment, located on South Pine Street in Spartanburg. To schedule an appointment, you can call 651-8116. Dr. Ish, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks so much, Margaret. I appreciate it. Thank you.